We're back, motherfuckers.
Oh, yes, we are.
You know what they say, a bad bitch never dies. Well, we did take a little break.
Yeah, you were out of the country.
Yep.
I was getting acclimated to life.
A lot of new things going on for you.
Literally.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's good to put a pause on some things, focus on other things.
But we're back.
But we're back. Here we are. Did you even notice?
Right.
No, I know y'all did because some people have been DMing me.
Where
They're like, what happened?
the fuck have y'all been? Where the fuck have y'all been?
I've been trying to start rumors about what happened to the show, that we were like we were shut down by the podcasting commission.
That would have been great, and I totally would have lied to go along with the trolling. We're arrested for a brief moment in time.
Yeah.
For copyright infringement. And talking about Jeremy Renner too much again.
Jeremy Renner threw us in jail.
He sent the U.S. Marshal to come in and bust down the door during the recording.
But none of those rumors stuck. Basically, y'all, we had stuff to do.
Yeah.
Calm down. It's not like we get paid for this.
All right. We did shit for fun. And your entertainment.
So you're welcome. I would like to start the show out with a shout out to a very fun person. You can find them on TikTok. He, she, they, we. Runs a fashion page, makes all their clothes, accessories, one of a kind. Oh, you want a keychain? It's a one of a kind keychain. Oh, you want? Yeah,
I love it.
It's none of this mass produced bullshit.
No AliExpress keychains that are then marked up
painted
to
gold and
$25
resold on Etsy. No,
literally.
A lot of the TikToks are creating the garments, putting them together, sewing things together, so you can see things actually come together piece by piece.
Oh, how cute!
Yeah, it's really, really cute. So shout out to he, she, they, we. You can find that in our notes and follow them on TikTok, and then buy some of their stuff. Again, we don't get paid for this. So that was not a paid announcement. I just think they're very sweet. Reached out to me on TikTok. You know, I'm not very good at TikTok, y'all. I'm not good. I think I have 100 followers. I just don't. I don't update regularly enough. I started too late, so it's not kind enough to reach out to me on TikTok and just be like, "Oh, hey, I'm following you and I like your videos," and it's cute. Why'd you get rid of TikTok? All we do on this show is talk about social media. So
yeah, exactly.
If you are brand new, we have cracked open a bottle of wine. I already know I'm going to have to open the second one. And we just talk shit about social media.
I was barely on there anyways.
No.
And also I'm still hard fast on not upgrading my phone yet, and it was taking up like 2 gigabytes of space or something like that.
Why?
I think it was all saving my videos, and I was too lazy to go back and figure out how to even do that. And so I was like, I'm just gonna
fuck that up.
Delete it for space. So I didn't really use it anyways.
Well, it might be going away again. Did you know that?
I've seen.
There's another looming end.
Yes, and he postponed it somehow
TikTok.
again, like last week for another few weeks or something like that.
Because as much as we don't want to talk about politics on this show, everything now is political, including your TikTok, which is under basically another 90-day stay of... I don't think it's ever really going to go away, but they're just threatening. It's a lot of threats, and they have to sell the company or whatever the fuck they have to do. I don't know, because they're spying on us. So after they get bought by Facebook, everyone will find another social media platform to go to. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. I think that's part of the reason why with TikTok. Same thing with Blue Sky. Great idea. Great idea. Lots of fun guys on there. Another one. And then I'm using this photo shutter for Blue. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm not doing it. I'm not going on one app to download another app to do more fucking photos. Everything is fucking Twitter anyways.
Literally.
It's too much. Give me my cat videos and Frenchie videos on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I just scroll through. I'm like, an hour has gone by. Let me keep going. That's all I want. I just, I want streamlined. It's either Wonder Woman, content, cosplayers, memorabilia, or cartoon clips, or cats, or Frenchies. That's it. That's all I want.
That's it. That's all you need, really.
I think if you got one that you like, that's enough. I don't stay that informed on Instagram though. I have to say, Instagram is not a great place to stay informed whatsoever. At least for me, for my feed. I suppose there are political ramblings on there, but Jesus Christ, I can't. I can't with that either. I can't with all the political ramblings and the... I am so glad there are 20-year-olds out there who are breaking down what's happening in the government, but I can't. I'm not going to watch your video.
Right.
I'm not.
And it gets exhausting and mind-numbing. I was like, I'm good.
Too sad.
There was some exciting news that happened today. It's been 84 years.
What?
Cardi B has announced her second album, I think, after 10 years.
Wait, it's only her second album?
Yes! And that...
No.
Oh, yes. She's just had a string of just random singles she's put out, and they've all gone to #1 for the most part, or collaborations, like when she did those 2 songs with Bruno Mars. Yeah, this is only her second album.
What?
Yeah, it's been like 8 or 10 years since her first, which is crazy because it seems like it's only been a couple of years.
Good for her. I mean, I know she hasn't put anything
she consistently just keeps putting out songs, so like she never really goes away.
Right. I feel like she's always in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Like, there's no getting rid of her.
Yeah, so after her fans have been begging and begging and begging, she released her lead single 2 weeks ago, I believe.
Ooh.
Or a week ago. No, it's just Friday, this past Friday. my concept of time is completely skewed right now.
Look, we are not a news source.
Exactly,
okay?
we are not journalists, damn it.
I just told you, we're drinking wine and talking shit.
But yeah, she released her new single, which is all about her breakup with Offset, because they are getting a divorce, and it is not pretty. But it's extremely catchy. She's dating a new guy, some hot-ass football player. Love it. And she's having fun with him. And she said she's been very open with everyone, because she goes like on live a lot. Just talk to her fans. She'll do a Spaces, which I think is actually really cool for a celebrity of her caliber to actually reach out to the fans and just sit there. Sometimes she's just talking shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm just making dinner right now, and blah, 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 blah. She's like, oh, I'm cleaning up right now, waiting for my chef to come over. One time she literally was like, oh shit, sorry guys, give me a second. Because my security let me know that the chef's here, and he can't get it because the code's messing up.
Oh no.
So it's like your cousin. I've been on the phone with your cousin. It's highly entertaining. But yeah, she has said before that she wasn't. She's like, I know you guys want the fucking second album, and you're always bumpy with the second album, with the second album. She's like, I don't like the shit I'm doing right now, and I'm not gonna just put out anything just because you guys want it.
Shade to Bruno Mars. You know what? I think we've talked about this before, but let people take their time.
Yes,
on that, because usually the sophomore album is the...
Yeah, that's called a sophomore slump for a reason.
Because it is rushed.
Yes, it's always rushed. We're trying to hit right when the fire's hot, and...
But you can't always do that because it took you probably 5-10 years to do the first album. You had years and years of material to go through to get your really best stuff. And then, sure, maybe you came up with some new stuff, just for the album, for the studio when all that was happening. But usually a first album is it's like birthing a baby.
Yeah.
It's taken all these many months and probably years to put together, and you can't just slam a second album together like that. Where does you're off performing and you're touring and you're making appearances.
And she's had 3 babies.
And she had 3 babies. Where's the time to really be creative like that? So.
Yes, it'll be out this September, and also it's not, because you know what I've been bitching about for years now. It's not some 10-track album with a bunch of 2-minute long songs catered to TikTok. 23 tracks are gonna be on this album.
Okay.
So she's keeping her fans fed, and of course the Barbs, Nicki Minaj's fans, are pissed, because she's
When are they ever happy?
They're never ever. And I said I pissed off people today. Well, because I said I'm like I just find it funny. I didn't name anyone. I'm like I don't understand how people are so focused on an artist that they like seemingly hate. Because I couldn't tell you what's happening with the release from an artist that I don't listen to for the life of me. Because I'm not keeping track of those people. Sounds like you people might be fans of someone if you're really that focused on every single move. Because I don't give a shit what
I like her and I didn't even know any of this.
Right. I'm like I don't give a shit. I couldn't tell you if Carrie fucking Underwood is releasing something. I don't listen to that bitch. I can tell you what she's done. Besides performing at that damn inauguration.
I don't know who that is.
Why? People that I just don't follow their careers and their life like that. But they're mad because she's including WAP and Up on the album, which were released 5 years ago. Oh, fucking well! It's still a 23-track album.
Right. I personally love that. I would be... Yeah, like, why wouldn't you put that on there? Hello.
They're just that is the most miserable fan base.
Yeah, they're never
I've ever encountered online my entire life.
Never happy, just miserable.
I'm like, couldn't you be worried about what Nicki's doing? Go listen to her albums. Well, how do you know the second Cardi B says something? Do you have notifications on? And they're always the first one is in the comments too. It's gonna be a flop. I'm all, can you go outside, touch grass, log off for a little bit, find something that actually makes you happy.
Good luck with that.
Right.
Because I don't think it's ever happened. Okay, this is going to be a real buckshot of a show. Because since we haven't been doing a weekly show, I have so many random fucking notes. And we didn't talk about anything before we started recording. So. Did you hear about... I know this happened a few weeks ago, but this was an actual headline and it still fucking tickles me to read it out loud. Phil Robertson, Duck Dynasty star who spread homophobic hate, dead.
Wow. That was a journey in just a few words.
Do you remember that show, though, Duck Dynasty?
I never watched it, but I knew it existed, and it was like this big phenomenon.
Right, because it was this...
See, I didn't know any of that was even going on. You see how I don't care about things that I just don't follow?
There you go. Well, this is happy news. So, this whole family, this crazy-ass family that invented the duck call, I guess?
Oh.
Or just the one that was really popular.
Oh, interesting.
So they made a whole bunch of money. Actually, that is interesting.
That is very interesting.
Except, of course, like they had their own church, and the guy was, preaching homophobia, and just, all the things you could possibly imagine as soon as I opened that door. Yes. So it did become a popular show because, as you say, that's an interesting premise, and it's a family who never really let the money get to their head.
Yeah.
They still lived, with the gators and the... You know what I mean? They still had... I think the first episode, one of the uncles was like trying to shoot a mouse in his room or something.
Oh, God.
So it had an appeal, but as we learned more about them, it had less and less of an appeal. And he had been in the news several times during the run of that show. In fact, I think they temporarily even paused the show or canceled the show because of some of the crazy things he was saying. So anyway, he's dead. Here's my thing. One, no, I don't feel bad about...
Not at all. Sorry. I was going through trending topics and a video just popped up out of nowhere. Sorry, guys.
I don't feel bad when someone dies and I'm happy about it. I feel happy. Secondly, he was nearly 80. He had a life,
A better one than he deserved, most likely.
Well, that's the other thing that leads me to my third point, perhaps controversial. But why is it always these fucking assholes that live to be the 80, 90 years old?
Time.
All these horrible people who refuse to fucking die.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's one in office right now.
Disintegrating day by day. Literally. Oh, what's next? What do you got? What do you find on your trending topics?
Political stuff that I just do not want to get into.
I also thought that would be hard to come back for this episode because of that. Because there's
the world's on fire.
So much stuff happening politically. Like, look, I want to be aware of it and all that stuff, but like, I don't want to talk about that shit.
Right? I feel like 10 years of fucking chaos has happened in the last 6 months. It's insane.
All because someone had a breakup. Oh my
Jesus.
God, get over it. We all saw it coming. He was bad for you. You're bad for each other. You're both terrible people. Toxic. So it was never going to work.
Insane. But do you hear about the Tyler Perry lawsuit?
No.
How did you escape this? Oh, he's being sued for $250 million.
Whoa.
From an actor that was on his show, The Oval.
The what?
The Oval.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, more things I don't pay
attention to. I watch his movies because I think they're hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't really keep up with all that.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you, remind me of my Tyler Perry story.
Oh, yeah, fine. Yeah, so this guy, his name's Derek something or another. Very good looking man, whatever. I guess that Tyler approached him at some industry event and offered him a role.
Okay.
And then they became like friendly. And then he alleges, we're not getting sued, that Tyler made advances on him, that they went out one night to discuss business, and then he invited him over to his house, which I guess is like on the studio lot or something, because he owns his own studio.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he was...
He's very smart. He's a very smart businessman.
And that's how he was able to get his projects still going through during COVID, because he has living spaces on the studio. So once everyone tested negative, everyone was housed there. Production, cast, everyone. So they could get through the movies and the TV shows and stuff, because it's all in-house. So he had the guy stay over. Well, this guy has provided receipts upon receipt via text messages.
Of course.
And it was things like, he sent him like a picture of him like on a boat, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, like that's a beautiful shot. The water looks calm." And he's like, "The water." He's like, "What about that stud in the picture?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, you look great." And he talked about him being horny, and then it got more and more graphic. Like, you know, you really need to like have more confidence in yourself and like open up. But basically having this guy come out, and then he made something saying like, you know, when you have a big dick like mine, like that can hit the spot, these bottoms go crazy for it. And so many, I mean, there are like 15 different screenshots of messages like this.
And now, is this being, to be fair to Mr. Perry, is this being in any way reciprocated, or?
It all seemed like the guy, like it all seemed very deflective on the victim's part.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, "Oh, haha, LOL."
Yeah.
Like, pretty much trying to keep his job, because one of the first things he said is like, "Oh yeah, like if someone like steps out of line or whatever, I'll just kill off their character." Yeah. So it seemed like he was just kind of straddling the line, so he didn't play into these advances, but was also uncomfortable, but didn't want to lose his job and wanted a lifetime opportunity, until things got a little bit too graphic, and then he ended up ghosting him. And it was just like Tyler saying something, like it was all just him, and he's not replying. So, and he alleges that he, at one point, Tyler's like 6'6" or something, and a big guy, that he like slammed him against the wall, and he just kind of froze, like, I don't know what to do right now. Like, yeah, that he had him, I guess, get weighed for whatever, probably perverted purposes, and then started like playing with his butt, and he felt really uncomfortable. Yeah, so it seems like something definitely did happen for him, just to cease communication, because the communication wasn't even reciprocated on that level to begin with.
Right. And that, I mean, I asked that, but even if it was, the thing with that situation is you have such a power dynamic.
Oh, yes.
Clearly
not only
someone
that,
who is...
that's just an inappropriate boss-employee communication to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's Hollywood. People fuck around.
Yes.
But when someone in a position of authority and power, like someone who has your career in their hands, is the one instigating all these things and kind of pressuring you.
And prefaces with, oh yeah, I've killed people off before that...
Yeah, it's a threat.
Haven't fallen in line. It's like... And this also mirrors pretty much what... Oh, and then he offered him, like, a production deal for something. And said he wanted him to produce, like, his own show and all this stuff. And mentioned that Schitt's Creek was actually offered to him by Eugene Levy. Eugene Levy, right? Yeah. And that he turned it down. And that's still one of his best... Or like biggest regrets, you know, that show was such a success. So it'd be wise of him not to turn this down that he's offering him. And it was it's so nuanced, but it also mirrors one that they're writing in all of his shows, the people that he casts all the time, and there was also someone who worked with him in kind of the same way, and I don't know if his character was killed off or not, but Christian Keys, who worked with Tyler Perry for years and was in a bunch of movies and TV shows and stuff, came out a few years ago stating that a very powerful billionaire in the industry is a gay man who is hiding behind this relationship and was very sexually aggressive towards him, and he is going through the process of seeking legal counsel to see what he could do about this, and then that went away real quick.
Right, because he got a check.
And then he's producing his own stuff now. But there were no receipts that we saw. This guy just, boom.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious how that... I mean, I'm no lawyer, but obviously that's... Getting your side of the story out first always is key. But putting it out so publicly like that, you've also sort of tainted any sort of jury.
Yeah.
So he's definitely, in some ways, I think, smart to do that, because if it were just news of the lawsuit without him speaking up at all, then, you know, they could PR it and spin it and all the stuff. But, I mean, I think the thing with Tyler Perry, too, is, like, everyone knows he's gay, and I don't think anyone cares.
Exactly.
I mean, we all saw Medea. We know.
Exactly.
We know.
But he has a big black Southern church following that he probably does not want to lose by publicly coming out, despite him seemingly playing out his fantasies in his work. And I said, this is kind of what he gets by wanting to be the only person that writes everything, because you can't even pinpoint that off on someone else who was a writer. Nope, art's imitating life at this point. And you're the only person who is writing anything. So it looks like you're... yeah.
It's just a very inappropriate situation, and I feel like so many people hear stories like this, and they're just like, oh, I would just walk away, or, oh, if he threw me into a wall, I would punch him in the face, or, you know, whatever. But A, you have no idea what you would do in a situation like that. Like, B, you can't just punch out Tyler Perry, because then you're going to jail.
Exactly.
And then, right?
And also, how many people in the same breath are saying, for anyone that's, like, hot that they want to fuck, you know, I sign NDAs.
Right.
Like, come on now. Oh, and the guy made this comment, which I found... This made it even more creepy for me. He said that he didn't even know who he could report this behavior to, because there's no HR information or anything for the Tyler Perry Studios. So that's creepy, because everything is so in-house. how does your talent not know where to report anything? Even if it does not have to even do with you. What if a cameraman is acting inappropriately towards talent or something? Yeah. And how is this information not readily available? This is still a company. It's still work. That's the first thing that should be available is if anything's going on, where can I reach out to? So it's like how like this like ultimate puppet master situation, and it's all under one house, which is very fucking creepy. Because what do you do?
Well, that's the thing. What I'm saying, like when people have that sort of visceral reaction to things, is like you have worked such a long time. You know this person has so much power. They could blacklist you. They could do this. They could do that. You, in certain situations, you're trying to be strategic and figure out, like, one, how do I get out of this safely? But two, is this going to destroy my chances of ever having a career?
Yeah.
And, you know, and no, they can't just get another job.
Exactly.
It's
people always think that.
Oh, just get another job. Why?
You know how many actors have won an Oscar and then they don't really work afterwards?
Right. Well,
nothing is guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed. And yeah, there's just such a power dynamic there. And plus, in situations like that, I mean, maybe not being slammed against the wall, but situations where someone's making innuendo and saying things, you question yourself. Am I misreading this? Are they just being silly? Is it, you know, like you start to gaslight yourself because you, especially if you're uncomfortable in that situation, you're looking for reasons that, I'm misconstruing the situation. That's not what's happening. All this stuff.
Yeah, child. Well, you're caught up with that now.
Yikes. Well, I was only going to... My personal story has nothing to do with any of these allegations, but I do know that Tyler Perry moves with a massive entourage whenever he goes anywhere. As I have witnessed for myself, including a personal nail tech who is with him wherever he goes to make sure his nails are...
Oh, come on now. That's insane.
I'm not kidding.
I cannot, sir.
Hey. He wants his nails to look good.
They're man nails. It doesn't take much.
Look.
And his money, he can do what he wants to do. At least he's employing someone, so hey.
Oh, man. This popped off a couple weeks ago, but I feel like it did not get the attention it deserves.
What happened?
This is 9/11 for sluts. Andrew Christian is retiring.
Whoa! Never saw that coming.
He is moving on to other pastures. I don't recall exactly if he mentioned what his next venture would be. But yeah, the days of the big pouch underwear and little slutty shorts are coming to an end.
That's end of an era.
It is.
And a pioneer in a lot of ways, honestly.
When you think about it, I mean, as much as obviously we make fun of Andrew Christian because, come on, slutwear. It was marketed as slutwear, and they did a fantastic job of that. Somehow revitalized men's underwear.
Totally.
In a sea of competitors,
even
huge store
bigger,
brands.
long-lasting. I don't think Calvin Klein didn't have a pouch before Andrew Christian started having pouches. That's the norm now, to have a pouch there.
And I don't think he was ever in like major retailers, right? Like
I don't think so. He was all in-house, I think, yeah.
Well, they had their own stores.
Yeah.
They had their own stores and they had their website.
Yeah.
God, he probably makes so much money.
Oh, definitely.
No wonder he's retiring.
Right? Don't blame him.
I recently bought not a pair of underwear, it was like 7 pairs of underwear, one for every day of the week, that not only have, it has a pouch for your dick. And then it has a separate little ball cozy.
Yeah.
And that's ingenious.
It really is.
I mean, come on. So yeah, I don't know. Clearly, there's right here in West Hollywood, there is a Andrew Christian store that's been up and running forever. So I guess that means that they'll be closing their doors.
Jesus.
And all the
had a damn good run though.
They did. Being in LA, everyone loves to look down their nose at things and all the trophy boys and all that stuff. But many of those trophy boys, essentially, he really gave them, they have careers.
Yeah.
They went
100%.
on to be on reality shows, and they went on to, be in dance videos, and they went on to, do all these things, and he produced these really high quality, granted, really cheesy fucking videos of all these boys, in their underwear at a car wash or whatever. But I was talking to a friend of mine from, where's he from? Is he from Tel Aviv? Anyway, not from here. And basically in a place where he was getting to see those commercials online was opening the doors of heaven.
I'm sure.
We don't have that here.
Yeah.
And to see they're always having fun, and they're all so cute, and there was diversity among the brands. You had different models, and I think there was some good, maybe not a lot of body diversity, but I think there was some diversity among the models and stuff. But it's easy to get in our little bubble here and be like, that little underwear store. But around the world, people were finding joy in the latest Andrew Christian release. So,
end of an era.
Yeah.
At least he,
hey,
he has more than enough money.
He left his mark.
A whole legacy.
He left his mark, and it was a dick print.
Oh my God. Oh, did you see that the Beehive is going crazy? Well, the American Beehive is going crazy.
What now?
Oh, because Beyonce took her Cowboy Carter concert over to Paris and gave them everything. Brought out Miley Cyrus for their duet. Brought out Jay-Z. She did Crazy in Love, Dangerously in... I'm sorry, Drunk in Love, Partition. And the American artists audience got none of that. So they're
mad.
Very, very mad that Paris got...
Green.
But also, then someone said, well, their first, daughter Blue was conceived in Paris. They got engaged in Paris, so it's special to them.
It's a special place. I love that typing Beyonce in your phone automatically puts the mark over the E.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
That's power.
Exactly. I am going to play a video so you guys can hear, though, which is hilarious. Just to show you how mad people are.
Beyonce, I'm about to hop in the shower. Why the hell I get on here and I see you brought your husband to the stage? Y'all doing Drunk in Love, Crazy in Love, goddamn niggas in Paris, Summer Partition. That's not on the set list. Giselle. What else does Paris need? We got a Cheeto in the White House that just bombed somewhere.
Oh my God.
Don't you think we deserve surprises? I'm going to Houston next weekend. I better see Destiny's Child, Jay-Z, Miley Cyrus, Willie, the Blackbirds, keep Post Malone, goddamn, bring Linda Martell out.
The music is so dramatic.
Mental health is a game.
I love how she said, you can keep Post Malone.
Well, okay. See, that I can appreciate because It's not someone truly being
No.
crazy.
No.
Like another fandom that we spoke about earlier.
Uh-huh.
This is someone who, granted, I'm sure they're going to try to hold her feet to the fire. If she doesn't do that in Houston, there might be the stadium might get rocked in Houston if she doesn't bring out somebody. But she had a humorous.
Yeah,
take
that
on
was
it, so I
great.
appreciate that.
It's my mental health I gave to you.
See, there are reasons that the internet is fun.
Exactly.
And that's what I need. That's what I need. Instead of doom scrolling about wherever it is we're bombing now, my God, please.
She didn't even say the name.
I know.
I just bombed somewhere. She probably didn't want her TikTok to pop up via the AI algorithm by saying the name.
Speaking of AI,
Oh my god.
which is slowly taking over the world, the AI movie trailer channels, which YouTube is now demonetizing
Good.
until YouTube comes up with their own AI.
Exactly. I'm going to show you this video real quick.
Your friend for missing your birthday dinner, but not the man who forgot your birthday.
This is an AI mukbang. None of this is real.
Yeah.
That's the
And they
latest
had
trend.
to make her eating?
Yeah, I mean, it's a mukbang.
No.
But, and another one.
Mm-mm.
This is the other newest trend on YouTube.
Or why?
Because so these people can not do any work, put in a prompt, and then make money off of it.
Who is watching that?
A lot of freaking people. It's crazy. Yep, this one on TikTok has 500,000 likes. It's all AI, but how fast is this improving, though, is the weird thing.
Well, they have the correct amount of fingers, so they are getting somewhere.
Yep.
But what is the... What fulfillment do you get?
Yeah,
It's
so-
way too much of listening to someone eat.
Right.
Which I
don't get that at
Those
all.
sounds
But
gross me the fuck out.
people love watching those damn, and I don't understand it at all. Yes. I don't like watching people eat. I don't like hearing them eat.
especially hearing it.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Which is why I've always thought going to dinner on a first date is the weirdest
Yes.
social norm.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to talk to someone that I'm just getting to know and watch them put food in their mouth and chew at me. No.
Mm-mm.
Alright, well.
But what's scary is that was so fucking realistic, down to the voice, which is, you can usually tell an AI voice that sounds just like a normal person. What's stopping someone from just, making a whole commercial and not getting any crew or actors to make a commercial about something?
Oh, they're already doing that.
Like, that's
They're already
crazy to
doing
me.
that. The ones that they're doing right now that are AI look more like a CGI animation.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
they're not quite trying to make it look super realistic yet, but they're already... I saw one for... It was like a gum commercial,
Mm-hmm.
which the only person in it anyway was the person at the end chewing.
Yeah.
Everything else was already in effect, because it was like, ooh, what it's like to chew this gum, and it was
Yeah.
like, whatever, all these little bursts and all this shit. And then the AI person they panned out to looked so terrible.
Oh, God, really?
You could have paid someone $100 to chew gum
Yeah.
for 10 minutes. Like, come on.
There's this actor who did this. I don't know, I think it's like some office commercial situation. And he was shocked because they paid him for like 1 day of work, whatever, scale. Strict time limit on the hours, which isn't unheard of. But then they used AI to take his voice and use the same commercial in 40 different languages.
I'm sure that was in the contract, but...
Right. That's still scary.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I guess his friend saw one in like Spanish or something, and he's like, "How many takes did it take you to like to get this down?" He's like,
I don't speak Spanish.
He's like, "I don't speak Spanish, and I didn't know this was happening." And
Oh, and so of course the AI made his mouth move correctly
Uh-huh.
to the translation too.
Yep.
I mean, in a way, that's actually kind of cool that you can do that.
Yeah.
But
It's just
for
getting out of
commercial
control.
work, I mean, here's the thing that is sucking about commercial work right now is you typically, in commercial work, if you had a national commercial, that was money.
Yes.
Because you get paid, because you're paid based on the same revenue that other actors make, which means every time that commercial plays,
you get money.
You are making something. Maybe it's some change, but if you think about a national commercial, how many times have you seen Flo from fucking Progressive or whatever?
Right.
Like, she's rich.
The Pine Sol lady?
Right?
That we all grew up with. For generations, actually.
And an international commercial where you're being played worldwide, they're using your image again and again and again and again all over the place. You should be getting paid for that.
Exactly.
And now what's happening is they're paying someone their day rate, non-union.
Yep.
And then I had a friend who did a commercial for Amazon. Amazon it was like a Christmas commercial. And not only did he do the commercial, but they used his likeness on the Amazon app. So when you were going through, like, he would pop out and like, oh, this is one of today's deals. Or like whatever the little fucking tagline was. You know what they paid him? $100.
That's insane.
Because it was non-union. Granted, it was, again, like you said, restricted hours, blah, 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 blah. You're in, you're out.
But come on now. And Amazon of all fucking places, you can afford it.
And not just to be on the commercials again, but like I said, you're having your likeness placed on. Although I've heard that's not uncommon for, like, let's say you're on a TV show. And maybe you're a secondary character or part of the ensemble or whatever. If they put you on the billboard, you don't get any more money.
Yeah, no. You don't.
You don't get any more money for being in any of the promotional stuff. If you happen to be in one stunt that they use for all the trailers, you're not getting paid any more than that. They've always got ways to fuck you over. But now commercials especially are just straight up going non-union, doing the cheapest fucking route possible. And it's making it so commercial actors, directors, all the people behind the scenes, all those people are
getting fucked. Company's making all the money. It's a mess.
I hate it. I wonder if you could do something that would filter out any AI. So, like,
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? You have to have like pop-up blockers. I wonder if you could do AI blockers where any
that'd be great.
AI would at least be labeled AI or kind of blocked out.
Yeah, a caption, something.
Do you think most people care?
I think some people do, some people don't. I also think a lot of people just don't know.
That could be. Yeah.
I didn't even catch that girl eating that fucking chicken until, like, the whole chicken disappeared in her mouth, bone and all.
Yes, that part was a little obvious.
And then someone was like, whoa, this is AI. I'm like, okay, that's super crazy advancement.
Except for the eating of the chicken.
Well, yes.
Speaking of chicken.
Oh, Lord, what happened now?
Just so you know, this is going to make me pivot into a more political rant, but the wine's kicking in, so I won't take myself too seriously. Don't worry about it. The CEO of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is a full-fledged red hat. The new CEO of Roscoe's.
Oh, my God.
There's a snake in the
grass. That's disgusting.
Yeah. It hasn't happened yet, but perhaps there will be a boycott, just like there currently is on Target, which to date has been the most successful Black-led boycott ever in the United States. Target has lost over $1 billion.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Keep that energy going. What else? Okay, so with no Target, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. All right. What's the other one? With the hot chicken sandwiches that aren't even all that.
Who?
The fast food place. The one
Popeyes?
that's closed on Sundays. No,
Oh, Chick-fil-A. The homophobic, the homophobic chicken?
Yeah. See, I don't even remember who they are. I don't even know
See?
them. I don't even know them. Because we don't eat there. It's not that hard.
It's really
Oh
not.
my god.
It is really, really not.
There is always something else. Yeah, keep that energy going. Let's just make a list and oh I did this was like the whole Target thing, keep going, I get it, let's do it, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh yeah, we're punishing our CEO. They did slash their CEO's salary.
Oh, yeah.
In half.
They did, yeah.
To $14
Exactly.
million.
Which is insane.
You guys never shop at Target again. I'm done with them.
Who even
You know
needs
what?
that much
I
fucking
know
money?
people say this after the fact, but I never liked Target.
I've always liked Target.
I'm pretty sure we could go back on the record and me at the time having a controversial take, having a hot take on Target. I never liked it.
I've always liked it. However, I'm not one that gets attached to things like that. So it's easy for me just to easily just... I will cancel you in a heartbeat. I don't care. I'm not one of those people, ooh, even with artists who have done things. Brian McKnight. Oh, have you heard about that drama?
Wait, what?
Oh my god, you missed a lot in Mexico.
I know I don't get internet there, so
Oh yeah,
I'm on a ranch.
Brian
I have no
McKnight
internet.
was one of my favorite R&B singers, one of my vocal
Mhm.
inspirations. I loved his songs. Loved it. I don't like him anymore because he's a shitty fucking parent. He has a new wife, and he since like end of last year, I want to say, has been a really shitty fucking dad. Posted something with his stepdaughter saying, "Thank you so much for making me a girl dad." He has a daughter already and 2 other sons from his original marriage. Grown-ass children, mind you. After he bought her some expensive car for her birthday. It feels so good to be a girl dad. Thank you. What do you mean thank you? You already were a girl dad. You already had a daughter. He, in his bio on social media, says dad to so-and-so, yep, and left out his other 3 children. His daughter went on record saying, I never thought I'd be in this position, but this is caught traction when you guys notice that, like me and, my other 2 siblings have been left out. My father's bio, it's like, he has provided for us financially, but that doesn't mean you're a dad. He just kind of left us off. And didn't take care of us. And then recently, 2 weeks ago, his son Nico died of cancer.
Jesus.
Yes. And his brother, their uncle, went and did a quick little video. And it's like, been battling at even addressing this, but, we found out that, my nephew passed away. From cancer. It's very, very sad, for our family. Didn't really say anything that bad, honestly. Just that he thought that he should have had more support from some family members. Brian posts a fucking video with him and his new family on the beach. Saying that when they found out about Nico's diagnosis, he offered him the best oncologists and the best other doctors that money could buy to treat his son, as long as the son stayed with me. and him and his mother turned us down. So it's very, very yeah. That's how he. Yes,
that is some villainous bullshit,
right? Yeah. So fuck him. So yeah, I'm easy to cancel. I don't care if I've loved you all my life. You do something foul like that, that's fine. I ain't got to shop at your establishment. I don't have to listen to your music anymore. You won't get one more stream for me.
The fucked up thing about that is I'm sure there were people in those very comments that were like, "You're such a good dad. You tried your best."
Not my ass. Because again, I'm not. Separate the person from the art. Fuck that. I don't want to hear your voice once I associate you for being a fucking Disney villain. Like, no, absolutely not.
I mean,
you're dead to me at that point, and that's fine.
Ooh.
You're cut off.
No,
just like Target, you're cut off. It's fine. I don't have to shop with you anymore. I liked you when we were cool, and now we're broken up.
Things have a time and a place, and sometimes you can never recapture the moment. I don't feel bad about enjoying things in the past that I no longer... For example, like I loved Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I know as an adult, maybe I was one of those weird Harry Potter adults. Yes, I used to cosplay as Harry Potter, but... I don't feel... I actually... Maybe this is like... Maybe I'm a sociopath because I don't have any feelings. I'm not sad about that at all.
No.
I'm not sad about, oh, I wish I could play the new Harry Potter game, but, I can't. No, no.
It's just not hard for me to drop things when they have a negative connotation to it all of a sudden. Like, no.
Well, I have one last thing.
Yeah, take it on home.
On my, and then we will end the show on this note. But we have to talk about Pride.
I'm sorry, you just said that in such a villainous tone.
Because it is Pride Month. And I am exhausted. I am done with all you... he, she, they, wers. I'm done with everyone. Done with all you queers. Jesus Christ, do you never stop? Holy shit. And I get it. This year particularly, we need to really be strong and show our pride, but... wow. The sheer velocity of insane revelry. I know we're doing it as a protest, but you're trying to kill me. I cannot do it. Every
I did not do it.
Fucking weekend, 2 right here.
It used to be just a one-stop shop. That's it. You got one Pride weekend, and then you celebrated the Pride, obviously, the rest of the month. But it's event after event after event, week after week after week after week in a different part of the city. It's like, whoa.
And then San Francisco is still coming up, and then San Diego is next month. Fuck you, San Diego. Jesus Christ, come on. It's too much. I mean, I had a great time, don't get me wrong. But holy shit. How do y'all do it?
I don't get it.
I know I'm showing my age, but I had to go out Friday, sleep all day Saturday, go out Sunday. Like, I could not possibly. How are you on day 23? I just don't understand. Where do you work? How can you go in annihilated and hungover and feeling so tired? How do you have the funds to go to all of these parties?
Drugs.
And the drug. Oh my God, how do you have all the money for the drugs?
Jesus. In this economy?
For real.
And with $21 drinks everywhere? And entry fee? And buying Pride outfits? No!
Absolutely not.
I'm prideful 365 days a year.
Mm-mm. Y'all can have it.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No.
Call me old, call me an elder millennial. I don't give a shit. I've done enough parties. And living here in a gay mecca, it's really all the same thing as like a Saturday night to me.
That's
and I've worked in it for so long. I have no desire to immerse myself into it. I did last year for my birthday, and they reminded me of why I don't like to do it.
Right. No, and I do I actually think they actually made quite a few improvements to West Hollywood Pride this year. I did think it was really fun. They did a great job. But at the same time, I was at this bar 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same shit. Just with extra people that you're never going to see again that are visiting. Which means that they're extra sloppy, even more sloppy than the locals who are already sloppy enough on the weekends.
Although, shout out to the Australian boys.
Why? What happened?
Just in general. That's all.
Oh, they're always a good time, actually.
They're so fun.
And they buy enough cocaine to keep them like balanced out. This is the truth! Look, over my years in this industry, 9 times out of 10, once I get friendly, or I got friendly with, and this is not just the gays, this is just Australians in general. 1,
they have fun.
Alcohol's so expensive over there that they drink their asses off here. 2, cocaine is readily available in LA. So once they get tipsy enough, and I used to bartend, besides, where else can we go? This is gay and straight. Next question, do you know we can get some blow? No, I don't! And then why are you so comfortable asking me?
I don't, but if you talk to that girl...
Right, literally. You do hear things. But yeah, they're on so much fucking Jack Daniels, Fireball, Bud Lights, and fucking cocaine that at least they're fun to be around. And they're still upright. And they're still upright.
Shout out to the Australian.
They know how to do
it. They really do.
If you're going to go out and do drugs and alcohol, at least know the right capacity for each to stand upright and be a nice person instead of being sloppy drunk and throwing up. And they somehow know how to do it.
Practice.
Even on a jet lag.
Maybe that's what keeps them
right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, of course, shout out to everyone for Pride. I know it's a hard year, and in a way, I do agree with the entry fees because I know people are dropping sponsorships. But there are still major cities that don't charge. Like, San Francisco doesn't charge.
Really?
No.
Well, you're right. Cause, yeah, I went there like I'm about to say if you no, it was probably like 8 years ago. But yeah, no, you're right. Because I was surprised by it.
Yeah.
I got out cash specifically to pay the entrance fee, and my friends were like, "Oh no, there's not." I'm like, "What? It's not $150 to get in here?"
And that's how much it was to get into Pride. $130 per day to get into West Hollywood Pride.
Which is insane, and I will flex about this. Thank God I know distributors, and I would just get wristbands all the time.
Oh, no, it's not that you can't get it,
Yeah, they would drop them off to me with our liquor orders. And
right, those of us in the hood,
literally, we know how to get around this.
We're gonna get in. It's everybody else coming in that's paying the money. But I get that though. Look, Pepsi dropped out, Bud Light dropped out. Like huge, huge sponsors dropped out. Although also on the other side of that, the flip side of that, West Hollywood is its own incorporated city. We have our own mayor. We have our own city council. Mm-hmm. We have money.
Yeah,
we have the money to throw.
Yeah. And get big acts and
a free
Pride. All that also, stuff without even having to charge.
Acts.
I mean, they're not even charging that. Lower the goddamn ticket prices. We can afford to pay these acts that you're getting.
I also don't think it's all about that because then the whole event is sort of judged on who you've got on the main stage. Like, I don't care. Granted, yes, was it awesome to have Kesha and Kylie Minogue last year? Sure. Yeah. How are you going to top that? But that's the problem is every year is sort of judged by the level of talent that you can get on the stage when that's really not what makes Pride fun or why people shouldn't be coming out or what have you. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we're doing a little better, but also, when will it be over? Because I'm getting roped in to San Diego. I am. I'm getting kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing with me and my friends. Mm-hmm. They know I don't like to go out. They know I don't even like them. But
that's not true.
They will tell me I'm going to something. They will procure the tickets for me. I mean, I pay them back. But they will basically be like, yeah, we're doing this. this is the thing that
What time are we picking you up?
doing, and then it's beep beep, we are here.
Yeah.
So I have no choice.
It's one of the good things about the industry that I work in because I can't take weekends off really.
That's true.
So I can always use it as an excuse.
Yeah.
And even if I can take it off, I can still use it as an excuse.
You should.
I have a couple of times, but I also don't want to go.
You can celebrate however you want to celebrate. And being, pride is just one thing that our community has.
Yeah.
I mean, really. Like you said, pride is 365 days a year. It's something that we should be carrying in our hearts everywhere we go. And some people don't like big crowds.
Yeah.
People don't like all that. Some people are sober. They don't go out and party.
Some people don't want to spend $1,000 in one night just to do what they can do on a normal Saturday night. I get it for people traveling that live in small town Idaho or something and they don't get to experience these types of things. Live your life. I will not be there.
I will be there, unfortunately.
Right? He'll be there against his will. And then he'll eventually have fun once the drinks begin.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our sponsors and our show notes and save some money by using our coupon codes. Until next time,
Goodbye.
bye.